Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with a bit of a unique video for you today. Today, we're going to be talking about Prybar. Now, EDC Prybars are something I wasn't super into, but then I finally got a decent one. You know what? I really do like them. I do use the snot out of them. I have a few. We're going to see them here in just a moment when we do size comparisons and whatnot. And they are pretty cool. And this is a very unique one. This is from Novel Carry. It is the SideKick. It has many tools, some of them inside of it. I think it's pretty darn neat. It is on Kickstarter right now, and this is the second to last day. I'm putting this up on the 22nd. The 25th is the last day that you can get on the Kickstarter price, but it is a fully funded Kickstarter, so these are going to be available, but you want to get in on that early price. That early bird price is $55 for the stainless steel version or $100 for the titanium. This is the titanium version. It does have several tools. You have a 4mm magnetic driver, which we will talk about. It does have a little lanyard hole and stuff through here, fairly thin lanyard stuff, but it is there. It has two different rulers on it. It does have a quarter-inch hex wrench. That's easy to say. Put into this cap lifter. They actually say bottle opener, which is what I say, but I don't know. I was told you're supposed to say cap lifter. Whatever. It's a bottle opener. That's what we use it for. And it does have an internal storage for 3 bits for that aforementioned 4mm driver. We'll talk more about that internal storage here in just a bit. But I think it's a pretty cool little item, especially for the price. I don't think that's completely out of line at all, especially compared to some of the other titanium pry bars that I've owned and used. Really neat little piece. I do think it's pretty neat. Let's go. I'll do a few little specs as much as we can. I can't do quite as much as usual, obviously, like a knife, but about 3 3/4 inches long. Let's do the thickness on it. I hadn't done that on it, but we will. We'll do it. We'll do it live. We have 0.3 inches, so very slim. There's no thickness behind the edge or anything. But yeah, and also obviously this front pry bar thing you can use to open pack. It's not sharp, but you could use it to bust through some tape. They also do call it a screwdriver. It needs to be a pretty big screw. But I guess, yeah, some flatheads you could probably get out of there with it. I don't think it would be the best screwdriver in the world, but it would probably work all right as one. Size comparisons, we'll bring out some other ones. This is the Lynch All Access 1.5, I believe. It's a little shorter than that. The Glow Rhino pry bar. This is just like kind of a keychain pry bar, and something I thought would be appropriate. Also, we'll do that's a bit more knifey. This is a Giltech Ruck. Slide these up here a little bit, and let's bring out a couple of Swiss Army knives. I think that's a pretty good comparison thing here. We have this is your average medium-sized one. I can't remember which one this is, if it's the Wader or not. Wader or Pioneer. Every time I say which one it is, I'm wrong. So we're just going to say it's a medium-sized Swiss Army knife, and then the small little classic. So yeah, it's roughly about the same size as that. It's a pretty cool little tool, I will say, and yeah, it's not as sharp here as some of the other ones. For example, my Lynch All Access is a little better opening packages, but this will do it. I opened a few with it, and it is nice just to have that little bit of pry bar when you need it. But I mostly used it with that 4mm driver. I like having those extra bits in there. Now it does rattle a little bit, and I did ask them about that. I said that was my biggest complaint. And they said they wanted to leave some room to make them easy to get out. And the unfortunate side effect is that, you're going to have some rattle. It comes with a 6, an 8, and a small Phillips head screwdriver. But you can, change them out to your heart's content. But for knife people, that's probably the ones that you would want. It's the ones that I used. They have talked about, he said there has been discussion of putting an extra little bit of plastic in there to make it rattle less, but there's no guarantees on that. That was the exact wording. Because they want to make them easy to get out, easy to open and close. And honestly, in your pocket, you don't notice it. It's quiet in your pocket because it's, muffled. Speaking of in the pocket, let's bring out Eo Levi's. It's not too bad. The pocket clip is actually pretty darn good. I've had knives with worse, that's for sure. And that's kind of what it looks like sitting in your pocket. It looks very knife-like, you know, kind of in your pocket. And you do have room for a knife as well. What do I have in my pocket today? We'll put it in there. American Blade Works Model 1 V6. What a shocker. And there's plenty of room to put it side by side, you know, with a knife. It doesn't take up a ton of room at all. I can't show you it in the other pocket because the previous owner of these pants was cleaved in twain, as you can see. So, but yeah, if you wanted to carry them side by side, you can't. You can't really get your hand past it at that point. But the bottle opener works very well. I've used that a couple times, and like I said, I've used it as a bit driver a lot, and it's actually a really good bit driver. It comes out to be a pretty darn excellent bit driver, especially if you want to get, you know, just a little bit more torque, because it's not round, so you're not having to squeeze. I like the kind of flatness if you're trying to get a little torque on something. It works really well. And yeah, it comes with Weehaw bits and everything, so definitely high quality bits. I think the price is perfectly fair for one of these. It's just a matter of whether or not, you know, you think pocket pry bars are dumb or not. And I like I said, I used to think they were, and then first one I got that I actually carried a lot was this All Access, and I use the heck out of it. So once you have one, I think maybe it is part of an aspect of being a guy. You find reasons to use it, but yeah, I don't know how much I'm going to use. I'm going to get one of these, by the way, just saying, part of the deal. They sent me this prototype and do a video and do a little review. And yes, they are going to send me one of the production ones. So just to get that out of the way. This one is not mine, but I will be getting one in the future. I think I might actually ask for the stainless steel one. I don't know, just me with titanium. The Prybar I use the most is titanium. I might kind of prefer the stainless one. It's going to be heavier, obviously. This isn't like silly light. I think it was about 2 ounces, if I remember correctly. Hello. 2.1 ounces, because it's got the bits in it. So obviously, you know, if you have extra bits, it weighs a bit more. That's what she said. Does that work? I don't know if that works. But anyway, I think this is very neat. I really do like this little slidey thing. It's very smooth. I think it's a pretty cool little tool. And again, it's fully funded on Kickstarter. But if you order tonight or tomorrow, then you can get one a little cheaper than what they're going to be when they actually come out. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to put a link directly to their Kickstarter down below. Go check them out. But again, it's not like a lot of Kickstarters where you worry about, am I going to get it or not? You're going to get it. So don't worry about that. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.